everybody. This is Carrie and Jarrod from Tone Wars. The show's about to begin, but before we get started, we just wanted to wish you a happy, healthy, and safe holiday season, a very Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year.
We really appreciate all the support that you guys have shown us over the last couple of years, and the channel is growing really quick, and we really look forward to hanging out with you guys twice a week now.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. It really is the highlight of our week. And like I always say, every day's a gift, and we really appreciate the fact that you spent part of yours with us.
And with that, we want to cheers to you. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from Tone Wars. Now go get your drinks. The show's about to begin.
Welcome to Tone Wars.
Oh my gosh, I almost forgot my microphone. Sorry guys. Little behind the curtain stuff for you here. Oh, what's happening? Let me turn this fan off. Oh man, gotta put a weight on this or else it'll fall. There we go. Oh, it's been a busy day, really busy day. It took me 3 days to do these freaking profiles because there's so many settings on that freaking amplifier. I had to do 1 billion profiles for each setting. Then I had to do the cab, different cabs. I did the Zilla and the Mesa. And then I had to do DIs. So I was like, wow, thought I was going to be done with these in an hour. Nope, not at all. Took several hours. But hey, that's the way it is, right? If you're going to do a huge amp with a bunch of features and a bunch of channels, it's going to take a while. So I did channel 2 and channel 4, and those are the two really good channels on this amplifier. They're all good, but those are the two that you want to start with. And I'll do 3 and 1 later and update the pack. But anyways, sorry, I'm a little disheveled. It's a long day. Want to say hello to everybody. Thanks so much for joining me tonight. I really appreciate it. I'll probably be on for about an hour, because I got a lot of stuff I got to get caught up on, but I wanted to hang out with you guys for a bit and celebrate the profiles. I have some announcements too. It's weird. It's like Kemper week for me for some reason, and it wasn't intentional. It just happened that way. So I'll wait for the room to fill up a little bit more, and I'll make a couple of announcements here. But yeah, I got some pretty exciting stuff coming up. And hopefully you guys will enjoy it as well. Let me say hello to everybody here. Jason Taylor, what's happening? Sean Casey, Gunnerman 54, Steve Venchek, Xavier, what's going on? Christopher, it's Whiskey Wednesday with Tone Wars. Yeah, that's right, man. Merry Christmas to you as well. Thank you. JJ's House of Jams, what's going on? We are hopefully going to hit 5,000 subs by the end of the year. We'll see. So if you haven't subscribed, please do. We go live every Wednesday and Sunday. Wednesdays at 8, Sundays at 7. And I do gear demos, gear shootouts, all kinds of crazy stuff. So we always have a good time. So I got some pretty exciting news coming up here. All right, so let me just play a couple riffs on one of the profiles here. This is the Savage Mark II 120. This is the, I think this is channel 4, if I remember correctly, and it's through the Mesa cab, was what I profiled it on. And then I have another one of the Savage channel 2 through the Zilla cab. So let me just play a couple riffs for you. It's kind of quiet in the room today. I got no loud amps down here. It's all just in-ears, so it's kind of weird. 1 second. Yeah, so there you go. A couple of stupid riffs on it, and they feel good. They feel really good. I had a lot of fun dialing these in. So these are, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, these are the tailored ones. And so what I do with the tailored ones is I do a little extra tweaking on them, tighten them up a little bit, turn the gain down for the rhythm, and leave it where it is for leads. And then I'll adjust the definition accordingly. And I'll throw some effects on them, you know, put a noise gate, you know, an overdrive, whatever. And in these, I'm using the Horizon drive. So I thought that sounded really good, felt really good as well. So, and then of course, just adjust them to your taste. Just so you know too, like if you're gonna get these, they are on sale for $10 off. Normally $45, they're going for $35 right now, and there's like 90 some profiles in there, so it's a lot. Including the DIs. It's a lot of profiles. I think it's 58 studio or something like that. The rest are DIs. And feel free to adjust the definition accordingly. I kind of left it where it profiled at on a lot of them because everybody's pickups and tastes are different. If you want them tighter and more articulate, you want to turn the definition up towards 10 or even all the way up to 10. And if you want something a little looser, a little more low end and fullness, then you turn it down to whatever suits your taste. So it just depends on what you like. Oh, we shot right up to 21. All right, JJ's House of Jams, Mule Blues. I knew you'd be in here tonight, buddy. I almost posted something on the community section saying, "Hey, Mule Blues, these are ready for you." But I've been so busy today, so good to see you here, buddy. Keith A. James Miller, what's happening? Is this close to the Engl Angel? I've never played the Angel, but it's the Engl Savage. It's channel 2 and channel 4 on the Mark II 120, and I did the back and forth, and you know, I mean, I got them as close as I could. You know, I mean, I think they represent the amp really well. And just so you guys know, too, I'm always looking to upgrade my packs. So I'll update them. If I learn new tricks along the way, I'll put that trick in there and redo some more profiles, add them, and then I'll announce it here. And then you can reach out to me, and I'll send you the update for free if you bought the pack. So that's the way it works. Sean says, nice tone. Acoustic, what's up? Yeah, you're welcome, guys. Thank you so much for the kind words. Okay, so this is the Engl Savage Mark II 120 profiled through the Mesa with the Royer R10 and SM57, which is I use a lot. I'll play a couple more riffs on it for you, and then we'll do a mix. I'm out of tune. I got a nasty string in here somewhere. I think I'm about to snap a string tonight, because this is what happens usually before I snap one. They start getting all wonky on me, and all of a sudden one will go poink. Yeah, there you are. That's the nasty bugger right there. Shoosh. Yeah, so yeah, it was a lot of work making these. But I will say this, like, I'm super grateful for the KHE system, because when I had to switch cabs, I just hit a button, and now I'm using this cab and profiling through that. And if I want to do DIs, I run through the tune outs so it carries the load, and then I do the profiles through that. Switch back to the Mesa cab. I mean, it's so easy. Just hook up everything once and just switch after that. And I can pick any cab or any DI kind of direct unit for, depending on what I'm trying to do with the profiles. What a fantastic unit. That saved me a lot of time, even though it still took forever for me to get these done. James Miller says, very cool, I love it. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, I'm real proud of these. These came out really good. Pick your own overdrive to put in there. Like I said, I'm using the Horizon, but use whatever you want, or nothing at all, depending on your taste. So let me see if I can make it through a couple mixes here. 1 second. Yeah, so that was a rhythm and a lead, and I actually the tailored ones, I actually put Morph on there. So like on the rhythm, what you're gonna get is like a dry, and then when I hit Morph, gives you a little bit of delay with a little bit of chorus on the delay to fill it up a little bit more. So those will come pre-morphed for you, so you don't have to do all that. And what I like about doing it that way too is that you're not searching for one of the effects switches up here. You just hit the same switch at the bottom. The bottom switches are obviously more accessible, so anytime I can do morphing as opposed to turning an effect on and off, I'll choose morph over that, because again, it's easier. You're always doing this with your feet on the bottom row, but that, especially when you're sitting, finding that button up here, I mean, it's not super hard, but it's just easier to morph. So yeah, it's just kind of a nice feature to have. Then you can change, things however you want, but some of them are brighter, some of them are darker, some of them have, so on this amp, what you have is the mid boost. So you have mid bold and mid lean, but depending on how you have the button push. So I did some with the mid lean and the mid bold, and I did some with the contour on and off. And then on channel 4, I did the contour on and off, and various gain settings, and various bass, middle, treble, and presence settings as well. So it's a lot of different settings on the amplifier, and I just wanted to make sure that for at least this pack that I covered all the ground that I can. There is a PDF file that comes with them, so if you read that, you'll see why I labeled the profiles the way I did, so you know what I did. Like CO means contour off, and sweet spot is SS, that's with contour on, and the mid bold on, and then I adjusted the mid section a little bit, depending on each profile. I tried to give you a lot of variety. And then, again, like with the Zilla-Cab, let's switch over to the Zilla-Cab now, profiles, and see what those sound like. 1 second. Yeah, totally different sound, different cab, different speakers, different mics. So a little variety, and I'll be updating these as time goes by, but I think we're off to a really good start on these. I think they sound really good. They fit in the mix really well. Yeah, I do definitely like how they sound in a mix and by themselves. That's the thing. They're not just for, that's the thing. Like I've said before, like, people making profiles that sound good in mixes. I mean, a lot of times, if that's their goal, that's the only place they sound good in is in a mix. But what I do is I make them just sound good, period. And if they sound good, period, they'll sound good in a mix too, especially for a player that's playing them live or in a studio. And then you can adjust, things accordingly afterwards if need be, and if any adjustments that you need to make are minuscule. But these are for players. These are for guys who just want to play. Will they work in a studio? Absolutely, but you got to do a little bit of work to them. But I don't want, it's a lot easier to take away from a profile to let it sit in a mix than it is to add to it to make it sound and feel good when you're playing it by yourself. Because anything you add to it is fake. So that's I try to give you the realest type of profiles that I can. And you got to have happy hands, man. They got to feel good. They got to respond and have that chewiness and that feel, that really nice reactive, bouncy kind of pick digging into the strings kind of feel. They're not stiff, they're not sterile and stale and just lifeless. These are alive. They have a lot of great feel to them. So I really think you're going to enjoy them a lot. And again, I'm always upgrading and updating, so look for that. Let's see here. Oh, what's up, Todd? What's happening, man? Sounds good in the mix, Sean said. Thank you. Paul Smith, better late than never. What's up? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Somebody said that they really liked the Badlander profiles. Thank you. Oh, yeah, Mule Blues, the Badlander profiles rock. Thank you. Yeah, that's a great pack. That was a quick one, too, man. I just had 2 days with that amp, and I had to hurry up and get those done, and I was down here just getting them done, and I thought they came out good as well. Thank you. Warm Cord, what's happening? What's going on? Good to see you here, buddy. All right, so let me do another mix. I'm going to do this mix with the Channel 2 and the Zilla-Cab profile. So let me do that real quick. Sorry, I left the mic on. I was hearing string clack. Hang on. There you go. So that's, boy, it's just fun to play, man. I just wanted to beat the piss out of my strings when I was playing. It was a lot of fun. Really like that a lot. Where's that stupid one I always do? I just want to do it for my own good. So I can hear how this sounds in a mix too. 1 second, let me do this one, get this out of my system. Holy crap. Yeah, that was fun. Wow. Yeah, I got new mixes coming, just so you guys know. Wow, that was fun, man. These are a lot of fun to play. I like them. This is probably my favorite amp, so I really took a lot of care into getting these done. And I'm sorry it took me so long, Mule Blues. Thanks for your patience, but I just really, it was like I was moving mics and just nitpicking the hell out of these things, to get them the way I wanted them. And like I said, I'm real happy with them, and I hope you guys are too. They feel really good. I mean, I'm really happy with the way they feel, big time. And I have a philosophy on that, and a lot of it's just because when you dial out all the stuff that makes them sit in a mix, you're dialing the feel with it. Those frequencies give you feel, you know. So when you pull all those out, it gets brittle and stiff, and you're like, what is this? It doesn't even feel like a guitar anymore. My strings feel rusty. My strings feel great. I mean, it feels freaking awesome to play. So I'm happy with them. I know they're my profiles, so take that with a grain of salt, but I'm happy with them. I mean, a lot of fun to play. Dust Devil, what's up, man? He says, hey, does this Engl pack have DI? Yes, it does. It's got like 31 of them, I think, or something like that. It's got plenty. So I got DIs of channel 2 and channel 4. And that's with contour on and off, all the buttons and switches on and off, and you'll see the legend in there. When you get the PDF, it'll tell you what's what. I like the sweet spot ones myself because they have all the goods on it, and then I just moved the treble, bass, and mid and presence knobs around a little bit, and the gain up and down a little bit. But yeah, those are freaking phenomenal. Those are my favorite. Stanky, Steve Venchek says, yeah. Tanner picked up the Bad Ladder profiles. They rock. Thanks, dude. Dude, thank you so much. I want to thank everybody very much again for being here, but for also supporting the channel, supporting what I do with the profile packs. I really appreciate that very much. I can't say it enough. You know, it really does go a long way, and I try to give you guys the best products that I can because my name's attached to them, and I don't want to put my name on anything that isn't good. So I really appreciate that. Guarv, what's going on? That was so tight, bro. Thank you, dude. I appreciate that. Very bright tone. Yes, yeah. So like, it's a little brighter on the Zilla for some reason. So it's just the way the mics are, I guess, or something. But yeah, they came out good. I'm really happy with them. Let me do, where am I? Let me do, Time Flies with, let me go back to the other ones, that are from on the Mesa cab and see what that's like. Make sure my volume's good here. Take a little shot here. Yep, no drinking for me tonight, unfortunately. I got too much work to do. And I'm so tired that, man, a shot of anything would knock me out. 1 second. Want to point that out. Plenty of sustain. You know, one of the issues that some of my friends have told me that they've had with profiles over the past that they've tried, you know, in different other, you know, profile packs and stuff is that the sustain, they just die. They don't have any life. They just, the notes die too early and stuff. And with these, I made sure like I had enough gain in there for the sustain to just last and last, and it's like a big red commercial, right? You know. So, I mean, it just goes on and on. So, I really do like that, and I feel like the effects I dialed in work perfectly in a mix on the tailored ones. So, definitely try the tailored ones first, which I would always recommend to everybody, and then just go in the pack and find other ones that really speak to you, and then, you know, adjust the definition and a few other things to your taste, and you should be good. I mean, there's a lot of, there's brighter, darker, mid-pushed, mid-scooped, all kinds of different ones in there for you to try out. So, you know, some of them I like better than others, just like what you're going to do, you know. I try to stay open-minded when I make them so that just because I don't like a certain setting on the amplifier doesn't mean that somebody else wouldn't, you know. So I go for stuff that I like and that I wouldn't use, but I do understand how other people would use it, you know. So that liquidy lead tone, this is exactly what I'm looking for. Sounds fantastic. Thanks, man. Dude, you got to switch to, I mean, you might want to switch to the Kemper. I don't know if you have. I forget. I think you played through a HELIX, which also is a great unit. I use it for cable method. I think it's fantastic for that. I think they do a really good job with their amp models as well, but man, you can't beat profiling your own amps. I mean, it's just when you do it all yourself and all that, it really does make a huge difference. Which kind of brings me to one of my announcements. So, like I said, it's kind of like Kemper week this week, and it wasn't planned that way, but it's just the way it is. So a friend of mine reached out to me, and he's actually really frustrated with his Kemper, and he thinks he's probably going to sell it. And I'm like, why? And he's like, yeah, it's just all the profiles. I just, you know, after a while, you get that, you know, the honeymoon phase, and then you use them for a while, and there's just things that they don't do that I want them to do. And I was like, well, dude, it's not the Kemper, it's the profiles. So I said, I'll tell you what, why don't I have you on one of my episodes for Help I Hate My Kemper. I said, I will do some he loves the Engl, so I said, I'm already doing a profile pack, so I'll put those in there. And I said, and also, like, when you come over, I'll profile the amp the way you like it, and then see if we can't make that happen for you. And he's like, dude, that'd be awesome. So TJ Richardson's going to be here on Sunday for Help I Hate My Kemper, and hopefully we can talk him into keeping his by setting him up with some profiles that will work for him. And some of them are going to be from the pack that I'm playing tonight, and some of them are going to be custom, which brings me to my next kind of announcement I want to make. So I'm starting a business called Tone Wars Custom Shop, Kemper Profiles. And so what I'm going to do is for anybody local, I got this nice wall of amps here. You can come over and dial in any of these amps that you want, and any way that you want, and I'll profile it for you with the mics of your choosing that I have here and the cab or cabs of your choosing. And the amps will be set up the way you like them. The cabs and the mics and everything will be set up exactly how you like them. Make sure you bring headphones. You want to play through it and listen to it and make sure it's exactly how you want it. Feels the way you want it to feel and everything. And I can even customize the effects and everything for you. And it'll be a 2 hour, maybe hour and a half ish kind of session, probably an hour and a half. And during that hour and a half, you can have as many profiles as you want of as many amps as you want. And you get to dial them in. And we do that right here. And when you walk out with your thumb drive full of profiles, they're exactly how you wanted them. You're the one that got to turn the knobs and pick everything. And I just pushed the buttons and provided you with all the amplifiers and the equipment and the knowledge and experience necessary to do the profiling. So, so my email is below if you want to come over and do that. Now, for all the people that don't live near me, and even if you live in another country, I can still do that for you over a Skype session or Google Hangs or like a Zoom meeting kind of thing, where you would just have your Kemper ready. We would set up a time, you'd email me, we'd set a time up where we can do this, and it would be like an hour and a half session. And so you'd be plugged in direct so you can hear the amps the way that they are. So you basically just say, hey, I see you got the Engl Savage there. Can you profile that for me through the Zilla cab? Yeah, absolutely. Set it up this way so I could play it for you. You can hear it over your, with your headphones, and you will tell me what you want more and less of. And I will dial it in exactly how you want it. I can even have a gear cam hooked up so that you can see the knobs and the buttons and everything. I'll dial it in exactly how you want it. And then what I'll do is I'll send you a tester right now, like live while we're on the Zoom call. I can send it over to you. You'll have your Kemper ready. You download it into your Kemper and then tell me what you think. Like, do you want more or less of whatever things? And we'll make those adjustments for you in real time. And I'll shoot them over to you. And then once we get, on the right path with an amp, what I'll do is I'll say, all right, fine. So here's your magic one that you want, with all the settings that you like. I'll send that, but I'll turn the knobs a little bit in all the different directions at your discretion, and make some that are kind of in the ballpark of that too, because tastes change, things happen, whatever, and at least you got some variety. So I'll give you several more profiles that are in the ballpark of what you like, and then you can pick another amp. Let's say, I want the Chariot tone. Fine, let's profile that. I'll play it. I mean, there's nowhere on the internet or in the world right now that I know of that you can go and do this. And I think it's kind of cool to offer a service to people where no matter where you're at in the world, you can have your own custom profiles, and you can pick an amp off my shelf and say, I want profiles of that with that cab, or I need DIs, and I can shoot the DIs because I got the 2 notes right here. And I'll set the amp up however you want it. And again, I'll send them to you right now. I'll send you the tester to find out where we're at. It's kind of like Battleship, right? I'll send you one. You tell me how close or how far off I am and where I need to turn what knobs to get them the way you want them. And by the end of the session, you'll have as many profiles as you can get within that time period. But here's the thing, though. The profiles will be exactly how you want them to be. You're not just... like what Jay always says, poke and hope. It's literally like, this is what you wanted. This is how you wanted it dialed in. I sent it to you, you okayed it, and then we went and shot a bunch that are in the ballpark of that, so you have a little bit of variety, and you made all the choices. And you got them all in real time. So as soon as the session's done, you got all your profiles, and they're custom. They're exactly how you want them. And there's no pre and post processing on anything on my channel, so everything that you hear through here has zero processing on it. It's all as real and as raw as it gets. So I was wondering what you guys think of that. I'm thinking I don't know. I think that'd be kind of fun. It'd be fun for me anyway. So I think it'd be cool for you guys, hopefully too. James Miller, I love the sustain. Yes, thank you. Yeah, the sustain is awesome, man. I love having plenty of sustain. Mark is asking, have you heard of the YouTube channel Have Guitar? Magnus is a good guy and reviews Kemper. Oh, yes, I have. Yeah. Yeah, he's a cool guy. I should probably send him some, shouldn't I? And he reviews Kemper profiles. He likes the heavy stuff and demo profiles for Michael Britt, Tone Junkie, Live Ready, to name a few. Yeah, cool. I would definitely. Thanks for the heads up on that. I got to get some stuff out to that guy. He's a cool dude. And Live Ready Sound, Tim's a friend of mine. He makes great stuff too. He's an awesome dude. Scott Fulmore, what's happening, man? He says, "Hey Jarrod, did I spell your name right? Jarrod? Yes, you did. That's my name." What brand of strings do you use? Elixirs are amazing. Oh yeah, I use these are Ernie Ball Paradigms. Yeah, these are Ernie Ball Paradigms. I'm real happy with them. A lot of people say good stuff about the Elixirs as well. One of these days I'll have to try them. Paul Smith says, brutal. Thank you, man. Love to know if that can be done for HELIX IR. I'm not sure. I haven't gotten into the IRs yet. You know, it's an area I haven't dabbled in yet. But I mean, you can mess. I mean, with HELIX, it's really about the impulse responses. That's what really makes a huge difference on that. Let's see. Yeah, the Zilla Cab, Paul says, are good. Yeah, he likes those. Yeah, I love them too, man. James Miller, that's so cool. You help people get their tone. Yeah, man, that's and Chicago Taz, that's a great idea. Yeah, I hope you guys like that idea. I mean, it's kind of a thing that sprung into my head with per my conversation with TJ, and I thought that would be a cool way to help him out, because I said, well, when you're here, maybe we'll profile a bunch of amps for you, and we decided on a price, and I was like, man, do you think a lot of people like that? He goes, hell yeah, dude! Like, to come in your shop and like see all the amps on your wall. That, I mean, no one's gonna go out and buy a $3,000. Well, I'm not saying no one, but you know, there's a certain group of people that go out and buy a $3,000 Engl. You know, but I mean, but you have it right on your shelf, and somebody can come in and go, can you profile that for me? And it's a fee, but you walk out of here with custom profiles exactly how you want them. I mean, how can you go wrong? The thing I learned is the best kind of profiles that you'll ever play are the ones that you dialed in yourself. It's just a lot of people just don't have the equipment and all the stuff and all the time it takes to learn how to do it right and blah, 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 and that's where the frustration starts. But now I can do all that for you, and all you have to do is just tell me how you want the amp dialed in and which one you want, which cab you want. And the rest is up to me, and I can take care of that for you. So I think that'd be cool. You get to do the fun part. I'll do the hard work, and everybody's happy, you know. See, warm cord. I switched to Dunlop strings recently, a little brighter. Oh, they are. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I wouldn't mind trying them. You know, one of these days. Let me switch guitars. Play a couple more mixes. Like I said, I'm going to be on for about an hour. We got a billion things to do tonight. But, yeah, I really hope you guys enjoy the profiles, because I definitely a labor of love. I love this amplifier so much, so I wanted to do right by it. And, you know, make it sound good. It's real chunky. It's got that nice chunk to it, you know. Let me see here. Let's go back to the Zilla Cab, and maybe we can do where's it? The Catacombs. Where are you? That tonight. There we go. Oh, Scott Fulmar, thanks for the super chat, buddy. Thank you so much. That really means a lot. He said, so impressed with your dedication to tone and equipment. I learned so much from your shows. Thank you. Pleasure's all mine, and thank you so much for the kind words, man, and the super chat. I really appreciate that. It's That's my goal, is to make sure everybody at every show that we do gets something out of it. I mean, I want people to be entertained, but also, like have something to stick in your pocket on the way home. You know what I mean? And honestly, I learned from you guys as well. I enjoy it. Tanner, does your MT-15 pack have the Zilla cab in it as well? Good question. No, I actually did the MT-15 pack a while back. That was before I had the Zilla cab. I might have to redo that pack or update it because I got more mics and different stuff since then. So maybe I'll have to do an update on that. Did you get that pack? Because if you did, the update's free. If not, keep track of my website, and I'll have an update on it sometime in the near future for you. Yeah, not freaking bad at all. That was fun. Yeah, I really like how these feel. They have a lot of great feel to them. I feel very confident when I play them. They're not stale, they're not brittle, they're not thin. They got all the stuff that my amp had in it. It's just all that fullness and all that rage. So, and again, just cycle through them. Some are darker than others, some are brighter, some have more mids, less mids, gains, up and down. The contours on and off. I mean, they're all labeled, so you'll see what's what. But like I said, I like the tailored ones. That's just me, because they already have all the stuff on them that I like. So, Tanner, I didn't get it yet. I wanted to know if it had profiles of Zilla Cab in it yet. Yeah, I'll try to update that soon. But I think the only pack, I don't know if I put the Zilla in the Badlander or not. Maybe I did. I can't remember. It's been such a blur this week. But I know that I can guarantee the Engl pack has the Zilla and the Mesa cab and the updated mic. So that's really all I know. Sounds awesome. Thank you very much. You big dummy. What's happening, man? Good to see you, man. He says, best tone you've had, I think. Oh, thanks, dude. Yeah, it's definitely one of my favorites. It really is. Like, I'm really enjoying playing through these big time. Great tone, Sean says. Thank you, man. I mean, it really is. It's really full and ridiculous sounding. You know, again, I love the Morph. Yeah, and with the delay on the lead, it add a little chorus to it on the Morph, so it's just regular. And then when I morph, I add a chorus. Yeah, it's just got a nice kind of sweep of chorus on it, just to add a little bit of, flavor to it. It's good for like moody stuff, if you're just coming in and out and you want the notes to repeat and have a little color to them. It's kind of nice, just letting them sing a little bit and do their thing, and then you have a little bit of spin on them as well. It's just something else for the listener to kind of chime in on and go, oh, that was kind of cool, And you don't do it all the time. You just do it on certain parts where you just want to kind of spice something up a little bit and surprise the listener. So I love doing that kind of stuff. I'm a huge effects guy, so I try to be as creative as I can. It's just like a palette. It's a palette of colors, It's just whatever you want to put on there. Just do it tastefully and you're good. And sometimes using effects like that really inspires you to play differently. It inspires you to not play, which sometimes is a good thing as a player and a writer. It's like they always say, the notes he doesn't play are the best notes, because in other words, that guy really knows when to shut the hell up and just let the music breathe and let things happen. And that's what a good musician will do. And I think that with effects, you can shut the hell up and still let the effects do the talking for you, like I just showed you. Just kind of back the volume down a little bit and... just let it kind of do its thing. And people, a lot of times, the listener doesn't know what it is that they're listening to, but they just, they can't really oh, he's got chorus on his delays. They don't know. They just say, that sounds cool. It's kind of like when you go to a fancy restaurant and you're like, you're not a chef. You don't know what's in this to make it taste good. All you know is that you're just freaking, you taste amazing. You don't have to name the ingredients to know it tastes good. It's the same thing with this. You're just putting all these little ingredients in there and letting people enjoy all the stuff that you're doing. And it's subtle, but noticeable at the same time. And I just love doing that kind of stuff. Especially when you're on stage, when you're throwing that stuff out there and people's faces light up and you're looking at them, you're like, yeah, I got you on that one, didn't I? They like that stuff, So I try to put that in there. I actually have the plumes right here. Yeah, Steve Shaheen. Hey, Steve, you forgot to pick this up when you were here the other day. I'll be doing a shootout with this sometime soon. So yeah, I'll let you know what I think of it for sure. I heard it's good. Tanner, okay, I'll have to pick up the Engl. Yeah, dude, thank you, and I really think that you'll like the Engls. I mean, I got channel 2 and channel 4. DIs, I got it all in there. I mean, I spent hours on this, several hours getting this pack done. So there's a lot of good stuff in there. Can I cover Stairway with it? Man, I couldn't even play that on this on the channel because I'll get demonetized. But I'm sure you could if you wanted to. Let's see here. You big dummy. I just compared it to the EVH August upload you did while you were playing. I think this sounds better. Could be the Zilla Cab effects. Not about to put an EVH product in second place, so disagree. Yeah, I mean, they're all good, I mean, it just depends on what flavor you're after, I mean, it's just the same thing people ask me all the time, like, what's your favorite amp? Honestly, whatever one I'm playing, once I acclimate to it, I love it, I mean, but the Engl Savage has to be, it's kind of like my baby. I love that freaking amp. It's so, every time I play it, I'm like, oh my god, it shakes the gates of hell. It's so amazing, Oh, thanks, James. I really appreciate the compliment. You're too kind, sir. Thank you very much. Juan Valdez, what's happening, man? I haven't seen you in a while. He says, I'm going to get some profiles from you. Do you ever use IRs in the Kemper? I see where some sites are selling Kemper, selling Kemp packs. No, and thank you, by the way. I would, if you don't mind me making some recommendations. I mean, obviously this is my latest pack, so it's going to be one of my favorites, but with good reason. I mean, there's some good stuff in there. The EVH ones are really good. Soldano's turned out good. Trying to think. Well, I'm proud of them all, but some of them need to be updated. So those three, I would say, would be a go-to for you. KSR's turned out really good. So just depends, I know I'm forgetting another one of my favorites, but it'll come to me. You big dummy, what are some of your other names? You come in here under different names sometimes, and it's funny because you big dummy's hilarious. Mark, the Fathead Mike. Yeah, I got to get one of those and add it to the collection one of these days. Play the 80s mix. Oh, I can. Let me switch guitars. I did, but I can play it again for you. That's not a problem. It's always a challenge to get that song right anyways. That's called, that one's called, Time Flies. Okay, let's see here. Coming up to just over an hour, so I'll play this and hang out for a few minutes, and then I gotta, been a crazy day. Oops, that's not it. Make sure I got the right guitar here. There we go. 1 second here. Well, stepped on a few clams on that one. Oh, well. Yeah, so I still got to finish that. Gosh, one of these days, man. I'm so busy. I'll finish that. Vince Vegas, what's happening? High Roller, what's going on, man? Good to see you here. White Devil, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Christopher, you play every amp I have wanted and you profile them into the Kemper. Do you prefer the actual amps versus switching profiles on the fly on the Kemper? Good question. The thing I'll always say is I always prefer the real amps, because in the room you get that push, you get the air, and there's something about the top end of a cab and that resonance that it has that there's no digital product that can really imitate that perfectly, you know. And there is a slight difference, and it's noticeable. But yeah, I'll always prefer the amps over the Kemper. But there's a time and a place for everything, you know. And there's times where, you know, when you have a small show or whatever, you just don't want to lug all your stuff to it. It is totally understandable. Practice sessions, quick little recording sessions, you know, and that's what the travel. It's kind of like, you know, you have your main toiletries set up at your house, but then you have your travel bag that has like the smaller version of all that stuff in it. It's not all super ideal, but hey, you're glad you have it for the trip, because there's no way in hell you're going to pack your whole bathroom and take it with you, you know, on a plane. So that's kind of how it works. Are there sacrifices with the Kemper? They're minor, but they're there, you know. But I think out of all the digital products so far, as what emulates amps the best, in my humble opinion, the Kemper really does it. It really does. And I really feel like if you come over or do a Zoom session with me, or anybody in the area wants to come over and actually have me profile an amp for them, or a bunch of amps for them, after they dial everything in, you'll be a believer. You'll walk out of here going, yep, that thing really does nail the recorded sound of an amp. But again, amp in the room, just a real amp in a real cab in a room, you get that push, and there's just other little things that really do matter that I really love about having a real amp, you know. So anyways, yeah, so there's my email address is below, so anybody that wants to try like a you know, like a Zoom session with me or whatever, we can give that a shot, and I could discount the first few because I'll be trying it out, and I want to see how it goes and learn from it so that I can make it better for the next people that do it with me. And then TJ's going to be first local guy who's a buddy of mine, going to come over, and we'll do a session here and see how that turns out as well. And but yeah, so Tune in Sunday for Help I Hate My Kemper. I'm going to have TJ here, and he's going to play some of his mixes for you guys. This guy makes me sound like an idiot on the guitar. This guy's an amazing guitar player. He's one of the best guitar players I've ever heard. Super talented guy, really good, super fast. Yeah, he's a very unique writer, and he's going to be trying out the profiles and some mixes, and we're going to see if we can't get him to keep his Kemper as opposed to switching to XFX3, which I think the XFX3 is a great product, but the Kemper spanked it both times that we did shootouts with it on the show. So I'd rather see him get something like, to keep the Kemper and just get profiles that work for him. So we'll see what happens. I mean, to each their own, and I respect everyone's journey, and it is what it is, but I'm just trying to help them the best I can. Yeah, let's see, it's 9:09. Yeah, been on for about an hour, and yeah, it's been one of those days. I just got a lot going on today, and it's been pretty interesting. So but I want to thank all of you for joining me tonight. I really appreciate it very much, and stay tuned for I have an episode coming out where I shout out the Engl Savage against the Artist Edition. Thanks to my buddy Steve Shaheen for bringing his over, and we just did a quick comparison, some mixes and stuff, and some riffs, and that's a great amp too. And we just had some fun with that, so I'll be putting that up soon. Yeah, so like I said, Sunday night we'll be going live with Help I Hate My Kemper with my buddy TJ. So again, guys, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I really appreciate it. I'll be back with some new amps and some different stuff very soon as well. Maybe next Wednesday we'll have an amp down here. But I just wanted to celebrate this with you guys, because, man, it's been a lot of work. And, I haven't done some Kemper content in a while, so I thought it'd be kind of fun. So, again, thank you for joining me. Every day's a gift, and thank you so much for spending part of yours with me. I appreciate it, and I will see you all very soon. You guys take care now and have a